The Nevada sun was ruthless that afternoon. A shimmering heat wave rolled across the shooting range, making the distant targets blur like ghosts on the horizon. At lane 12, a young woman adjusted her cap, took a steady breath, and brought her rifle to her shoulder. Her name was Emily Carver, a quiet woman, a weekend regular. And today, her life was about to change. Emily fired. A sharp crack echoed through the desert air. A perfect bullseye. Another shot. Another perfect hit. Then another. She didn't smile. She didn't celebrate. This was routine, almost muscle memory. Emily had been practicing every Saturday for 3 years, but this range was more than a hobby. It was her sanctuary, the only place where the world finally made sense. What she didn't notice was the man watching her from a distance. At the far edge of the range stood a tall, still figure in a navy cap. He had close-cropped hair, a strong jaw, and eyes as sharp as a hawk's. This was Commander Nathan Hawk Raw, a decorated Navy SEAL with 2 decades of real combat behind him. He had seen countless shooters in his time, beginners, professionals, even prodigies. But Emily, something about her was different. Her movements weren't just trained, they were instinctive, natural. It was as if the talent was inherited. Nathan folded his arms, his gaze fixed on her, and he kept watching. Emily shifted her position from prone to kneeling to standing. Each transition was clean, efficient, and fluid. With every shot she fired, memories flickered behind her eyes. She saw herself as a little girl again, lying on a grassy Montana hill, shooting her father's old Winchester. Her father, Jack Carver. He was a quiet man, a veteran, a sniper who never talked about his past. When he passed away, he left her his custom-built rifle, and inside its case, Emily found a faded photograph, her father in desert camo, a squad of soldiers around him, their faces blurred by time. Only one word was written on the back: Fallujah. She never knew what it meant. Not fully. The range owner, Marcus, approached her. "Hey, someone wants to join you for a bit. He's a visitor." Emily just shrugged. She didn't mind the company. Nathan walked up, placing his own rifle bag on the bench beside her. But instead of opening it, he nodded toward her target sheet. "Mind if I watch you run through another set?" he asked. Emily didn't answer with words. She simply loaded her rifle and fired. 800 yards bing, 1,000 yards bing. A faint smile touched Nathan's lips. "Appa served?" he asked. Emily replied, "No. Ever thought about it?" She shook her head. "Not my world." Nathan then pointed toward a tiny dark speck on a far hill, nearly 1,400 yards away. Most shooters at the range ignored it. It was too far, the wind drift was too much, and it just wasn't worth the ammo. Nathan shrugged casually. "Bet you can't hit it in one shot." Emily raised an eyebrow. "Bet you're wrong." She adjusted her scope, corrected for the wind, and slowed her breathing until her heart was beating in a steady, calm rhythm. The rifle cracked. A long silence hung in the air. Then Nathan didn't react immediately. Then he gave a slow, deliberate nod. "Carver," he said. "Ever heard that name?" Emily froze. "Why?" she asked quietly, her voice barely a whisper. Nathan's tone softened. "Because I served with a man named Jack Carver. He was the best sniper I ever met." Emily's breath caught in her throat. "He was my father." Tone. Nathan looked at her differently now, a look of understanding dawning in his eyes. "That explains it," he murmured. "He saved my life in Fallujah." Emily stared, stunned into silence. No one had ever told her the truth about her father's service. Nathan continued, his voice filled with respect. "We were pinned down. Our ammo was gone. The enemy was closing in. Her father took a 1,500-yard shot through a dust storm and neutralized the threat." He shook his head, lost in the memory. Afterward, he just said, "Wind's tricky today." That was Jack. Emily blinked back, the emotion welling up inside her. For the first time, she understood her father wasn't just a soldier. He was a legend. Emily fired again, trying to hide the tremble in her hands. Nathan stepped back. Then he lifted his hand to his brow and offered her a crisp, formal military salute. Emily stared at him, confused. "What are you doing?" she asked. Nathan lowered his hand. "Honoring the best shot I've seen since your father," he said quietly. A few shooters nearby paused their practice, sensing the weight of the moment. Emily swallowed hard, a lump forming in her throat. Nathan leaned in closer. "There's a marksmanship facility 2 hours from here," he told her. "It's private, not military. They train civilians with exceptional talent." Emily shook her head. "That's not why I shoot." Nathan stepped even closer, his voice firm but gentle. "Then do it for your father. You carry his legacy in every shot you take." Emily looked down at the rifle in her hands, at the worn metal her father had once held. Maybe she was meant for more than just weekend practice. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Nathan set up 2 targets, both beyond 1,200 yards. "You have 5 seconds between shots," he challenged her. The wind's shifting. Emily didn't hesitate. "Crack ping adjust." Crack ping. Nathan let out a slow breath. "I'll take that as a yes," he said. Emily allowed a faint smirk to cross her lips. Don't get ahead of yourself. But deep down, she knew. The legacy of Jack Carver wasn't ending. It was just beginning, again through her. And as Nathan walked away, one thing was clear. The world hadn't seen the last of Emily Carver. States. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.